with me, Eileen. We are here on Money Monday, and I'm here to open your mind. Good morning, good morning, good morning. We are here on Money Monday, and we are here to open your mind. I have Telly Medina on the line with me this morning. But before we jump into that conversation, we have all kind of good information for you all today. We have some tips on how to market your business that are very, pocket friendly, but we're going to really help grow your business. And then I have the one business tip that is going to help grow your business. We're going to be on the line with Kenneth Barnes in a little while, but you have to stay tuned to get that business information. But of course, we start the first 15 minutes every Monday with Why We Vote. So I have my partner in voting, my partner in, getting out the word, my partner in making a difference, Telly Medina. Good morning, Telly. How are you?
Good morning. How you?
I am hype. You want to know why I'm hype?
Because your son's team won in Houston? Is that the reason?
I am so glad. You must follow me on social media, huh?
Yes, I saw your Bigfoot son. Congratulations to, is it the New Orleans Stars?
It is the New Orleans Rising Stars. And if you don't follow me on social media, make sure you do. You can follow me at The Good Life Radio Show on Facebook or at TGL Radio Show on Facebook. Let me reel that back in. On Instagram or Twitter, that's at TGL Radio Show, Instagram or Twitter or Facebook, The Good Life Radio Show. Make sure you do not want to miss all of the stuff we do. It's really fun. I keep you up to date with what's going on the radio show. I kind of give you tips on exactly what's going to be coming up. And you can also listen to past shows. You can listen to them on Spreaker.com, but I also make sure that I put them on the website. So make sure you go there because that is The Good Life. And we're going to have a lot of stuff today to talk about. But Telly, we really want to get into Why We Vote. And if people don't pay attention to the news and what's going on in the elections, the more you listen to it, the more you realize exactly why you need to vote.
Absolutely. Why We seems to be getting even more intriguing as we see how things are playing out. On the Republican side, I know that some folks may have seen on Facebook or social media that come April 28th, Ted Cruz may see that he does not have the delegate or vote count that he'll need and that he may be dropping out. So as things continue to happen within this race, I am excited. Everyone knows that I'm a Democrat, and I talk to my Republican friends across this country, and they keep saying that, why are you saying that you are supporting Donald Trump for the Republican nomination? I was in church on yesterday, and I said this very quickly, and I was praying. Now, I'm not saying that I received some divine message, but I am saying that it is intended for our candidate, and I think you know who our candidate is.
Our candidate.
You're confused. It's a woman. We expect her to be the first
Hillary
female
Rodham
president
Clinton
of the United States.
Yes.
We don't need to say her name. But with that said,
Why?
it's intended for her to possibly have an opportunity to run against Mr. Trump, because for women, there's never not adversity that you will not have the opportunity to overcome, and I think this is the time and this is the race. So if it is Donald Trump, let's do it. If it's not Donald Trump, it doesn't matter, because destiny cannot be stopped.
Exactly.
So,
and
let's go vote.
Exactly. And for all of our listeners, if you pay attention to us every Monday morning, you know who we're supporting. But we really just want to open your mind to living differently in the world. We want you to go up and read the platforms of your candidates. Know why you're voting for them. If something speaks to you and that's your cause, make sure that your candidate, reflects your cause, and that's, what you're doing. We have the lines lit up. We have Harold on line too. Harold, welcome to The Good Life. We're on the line with Telly and Eileen. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Eileen. How you doing this morning?
I am great. I'm glad you called.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate the invite. OPDEC is going to be a huge player as far as this election is concerned. And I just wanted to ask Mr. Medina, what is the role of the chair of the OPDEC committee? If you could just educate us all, as listeners, what's going to be the role of the chair of the OPDEC committee in this election cycle, and how can we as committee members and also and Eileen being elected, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Into OPDEC, how can we be more involved in just the whole diverse aspect of that.
And wait, Telly, before you go, I want to give you a little bit of history. I did run for the Orleans Parish Democratic Executive Committee, and I won. So thank you to all of my listeners and all of my supporters. And I did that because, you know, we always talk the talk, but we don't walk the walk. So I made sure that I did that so I can get the information, so I can be a voice for our community and make sure, you know, we spread that. Harold is an advocate. He is a listener that comes out and he walks the walk as well. So he came to the meeting, and I asked him to give us a call on this morning so that we can, you know, make sure we get the message out. Now, Telly, go ahead with the question, please.
I could not hear him. It was very low.
I'll let you know.
What did the brother say?
He was asking what the chairman's responsibility and what's their role in OPDEC, Orleans Parish Democratic Executive Committee, for anyone out there.
The Orleans Parish Democratic Executive Committee, and congratulations, Eileen, winning again.
Thank
I know
you.
that past chairperson has been Councilman Gray for a long period of time, so I asked that question going backwards, right? Usually the role of the chairperson, obviously for the individuals who are duly elected to OPDEC, is to move forward the democratic, I want to say democratic values, but to look at the democratic races that are in the greater New Orleans area, let me apologize, not the greater New Orleans area, that are in Orleans Parish, that may be affecting what Democrats are trying to do on a statewide basis with our Democratic chair. Congratulations to the re-election of our state Senator Karen Carter Peterson, but also within the nation. So at your home, you may receive during the presidential race a letter from the Democratic chair of the Orleans of the chair of the Orleans Parish Democratic Executive Committee in the past. Mr. Gray sent a message saying we are supporting Hillary Clinton, for example, if that's going to be that person who receives the nomination. For, Orleans Parish Democratic Executive Committee, we think that this is best for New Orleans, and here are the reasons why. That person will also work with you on individual elections that you may have within your council districts. So, usually you'll have District A, B, C, D, and E, which are our 5 within the greater New Orleans area, and that may spur out to other races. So, say, for example, in District C, for example, they may have a race in parts of Treme, which is Councilwoman Ramsey, but also in portions of Algiers. So there may be re-election for a second city court, or there may be re-election for somebody running for, a state representative seat, say, for example, out of Treme. So that is usually, it will give you 2 or 3 points, and obviously the chair does a lot more than that. So I would say, work with the body, see where your votes are, what are going to be your reasons and rationales for the individuals that you are trying to get elected. And the thing is, OPDEC is just as important part of the whole as the city council race, as the mayor's race, because if you care about democratic ideals, you want the type of people that you want in office to make decisions that affect New Orleans and areas outside of New Orleans. Every single opportunity that is given in order to vote for a person who you think will be good for people and will be good for the city, it's your chance to support them. So those are 3 small points, but that person probably has 20 other responsibilities.
Wow. Well, thank you guys again. I really appreciate that.
Perfect.
Oh, yeah, it definitely did. As a matter of fact, it, diverted into some other questions that, I may have for the future. So, I'm going to go and do some research and, go back to the drawing board and to really encourage the community to continue to come out to OPDEC and all these other meetings that we have, especially involving elections. So,
absolutely. Thank you so much, Harold. I appreciate your call. And for all of you who can't make it to the OPDEC meetings, we want to thank Harold because, he's one of those, citizens that really does make a difference and goes out. But we can all do that in our own way. And so one of those ways is by voting. And I know, some people are just like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to talk about it. But y'all, voting really works. Voting is a way to speak your mind and let your voice be heard. Your vote is your voice. When we vote, we're actually telling our elected officials and lawmakers how we feel about our education, our public safety, our Social Security issues, health care, and so many important issues. So these are the reasons why we vote. In these last 5 minutes of this segment, we're going to really go into these reasons. So Telly, I'm going to give you a couple of them and let you, bounce off of them. Another reason let's do it. There is power in numbers. Telly, how many times do we talk about block voting?
Block voting.
Block voting.
Let's go back to
block vote.
Let's just say, for example, that it is Ted Cruz versus Bernie Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
Say, for example, it is Hillary Clinton versus Mr. Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for women, let's go because we always focus on women. Who has your best interest at heart? Maybe you say none of them. None of them have my best interest at heart. None of them are going to be concerned about equal pay for women. I imagine, they'll probably debate you on that. But if we look at depending on who got the nominations for those particular parties and you're making the decision, even if you're independent at that point, you'll make a decision as you get to the general election. You say to yourself, I am doing all of my voting based off of equal pay for women. If y'all not paying me, I'm getting paid 67 cents. I should be getting the whole dollar. I'm raising these children on my own, or in Eileen's case, a Bigfoot 12, 13-year-old monster basketball player who's 5'13" in height. If that is the case,
he did his thing on the basketball court. He did his thing.
I saw his big trophy. So I am saying that to say that if all of the women are saying themselves, we're putting all that thing aside. Last time we were black, we all voted for Barack Obama, but now this is our time. We are making a conscious decision to band together to have one vote.
Exactly.
We're going to vote in the block. And if we make the determination to vote in the block, then now we want to be able to hold this person accountable. And when a person says, well, what issues are you concerned about? Every woman issue. And obviously you're going to pare that down, and people have their variety of different things they're concerned about. But being concerned about that singular thing is what's going to be the thing that we need to help. So that's why voting in block is essential.
And I'm glad you brought up Aiden, because Aiden is 12. Aiden can't vote. And that's another reason why we need to vote, and why I need to vote, and why I should be compelled to vote, because our children can't vote. So we have to do it for him. And that's how we make our concerns about schools, safety, housing, and other, parks. This is how we make sure that our children issues are taken care of. When we vote, we're looking out for our kids and their futures as well, and not just our children, our communities. Y'all ever wonder, and I know y'all want to say, well, why does this neighborhood always, get their streets fixed? Why does this neighborhood always have construction? Oh, look, the little pothole placement over there, but, we still have all these bumps in the road. You ever wonder why your neighborhood gets passed over for things? Well, guess what? It's because their neighborhood votes. Telly. Y'all don't think the lobbyists in all of these political organizations go in and see which area votes? They can go count the votes. They count the votes.
Considering I'm a lobbyist, absolutely.
Considering you're a lobbyist. Kelly, do y'all go and count the votes?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, exactly.
Let me just say this. I manage a lot of campaigns, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I manage a lot of campaigns, and I do a lot of work in Algiers. I know that in certain elections, black or white, depending on the candidate, that park timbers, tall timbers, real timbers, bocage, Woodland Heights, Walnut Bend is going to have a great turnout, right? I know that I can go to those places and I can tell you almost house by house when you're going to get blocks of votes and what they're going to be like in those neighborhoods.
And you know what time frames they're going out to vote, too.
And I know what
this neighborhood votes between 12 and 2.
The time of the day based off behavior. Now, does that mean that in parts of Old Algiers and McClennyville and in certain places that those individuals are not going to vote? I'm not saying that. I am saying what the information is saying. And the information is saying that these houses and these people vote in greater proximity. Now, a majority of the time they say, well, the people who have the most to lose vote the most, right? That may not necessarily be true all the time either.
Right.
Because notice that I did not say English term. There are some friends that we have that are English term that may not vote as much as they probably should, right? But because it's a more affluent neighborhood, of course, there are a lot of people who are voting. People say, well, what does that mean? That sounds absolutely terrible, that you're saying that the places in the most affluent neighborhoods are the ones who vote in proximity. But the numbers do suggest, and the numbers do coincide with that we don't see places where it may be impoverished or people may be a working class neighborhood that voting is not 80%, 90%. Right. I am not knocking it, and I'm not knocking
it's just
those
the truth.
Folks,
it's the numbers.
But and let me say this. Let's also give this caveat that we are real keen of why some of the individuals in those neighborhoods are not voting. And why? And I do understand why. Listen, I voted for Eileen
I don't.
and them, and they ain't never did anything to help us. That I respect that. I do respect it.
It's like drinking poison and expecting somebody else to die. It
do.
doesn't work.
I get that. I do.
Okay. I'm just saying.
I do genuinely understand why it isn't happening. But we still have to push past that.
Exactly.
We have to pull in Eileen Carter and Taylor Medina on the radio, and even as we talk to people, we may not get the thousands of people that we want from, quote unquote, from the
neighborhood. You don't always feel like getting up and go to work, but you do it anyway. Right?
But there may be 5 or 10 people, and that 5 or 10 people can spur into 20 to 30s and eventually get to 1,000. And as we continue to talk about the message consistently over and over again, I'm not saying that vote or die, that it's going to change your life and that your situation is going to get better. But I do know this, and I do believe this as a person of faith, that as you can invest, as my pastor Leroy Phoenix would say, that as you continue to plant seeds, I do have an expectation that a harvest will come. And hopefully, for New Orleans as a whole, as every individual votes, consider it planting a seed. And as you do it over and over again, that you're tilling, you're watering, you're paying attention to the land. And if you have an expectation that you're going to get crops and there's going to be growth, you have to do it every single day. It can't be like that relationship that Eileen Carter may be in. And Eileen just take the man out on a date one time. She was cute that one day. No, you got to be cute every day.
I'm cute every day.
You have to do it every single day. If we have an expectation for Aiden to be great on the basketball court, then he has to do the work just like Eileen Carter has to do the work for the investment.
Telly, we have the lines lit up. We have Reverend Joe on line, too. Reverend Joe, welcome to The Good Life. We're on here on Money Monday discussing why we vote.
Good morning, enjoying the show, and of course,
Thank
you got
you.
the most knowledge. Let me do this right quick. Residents of Algiers, been a resident over there a long time, originally from the lower 9. And I was listening to Brother Telly talk about how the politicians use the statistics and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Who gonna vote and who ain't gonna vote.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we got to understand the importance of grassroots campaigning.
Yes.
Because in the last recent election, the statistic has been wrong. James Carter was because of the African-American vote. Judge Tina Anderson, it was because of old Algiers that came out and supported her. And I can go on and on. Troy Carter. And these people ran against some powerful Caucasians who had been in office for a lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
But the message went out from the grassroots level that changes needed to be made. And people that had never voted or who weren't chronic voters decided to come out and make a difference in Algiers. Now, is that to say everybody that got in office that time around did us justice and we got everything we wanted? No. But Algiers is predominantly black, and I don't care whatever you come from in Algiers, Tall Timbers, what have you, Walnut Bend, Old Algiers, the point, the issues are the same.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a matter of who we have confidence in delivering. Don't cut out. Don't leave out those people who don't show up in the statistics. I'm going to say this and I'm going to get off. And you know how it was done. You know how we continue to do it. And you know how we continue to change what's going on the West Bank and around this city. One door at a time. Not one neighborhood, one door.
Yes.
By me encouraging my family and friends to vote, discussing the issues and talking about what's best for our community. And that's what made a difference from, what's that girl's name, who was the longtime council person over there. That's what got her out of office, because she wanted to stay in there till she died. And that's what got a lot of them out of office who thought that they were entitled to being there. Yeah.
Exactly.
And hope springs eternal. I'm going to keep listening to Kelly.
Thank you so much for your call, Reverend Joe.
We're going to meet at the Fatherhood Round Table.
Yes, thank you so much for your call this morning. Y'all, it's why we vote. And here's the deal. If you don't vote, others will vote for what they believe in. So your voice won't get heard. So just open your mind to living differently in the world. We're going to be right back with Kenneth Barnes of KB Enterprises. We're going to get into our small business. We have some marketing information for you. We have some tips. We have some ways to grow your business. Make sure you stay tuned. This is Money Monday, y'all. We'll be right back.
Tune in listen to Up to Date here on WBOK 1230 AM. Up to Date is a daily show that covers the day's top events and how they affect you. I'm John Slade, and I'll be your host for Up to Date, airing Monday through Friday at noon on WBOK 1230 AM. Real talk for real times.
Security keeps our family, friends, and event goers safe. And to do that job, they are looking for you. L&R Security Services is now hiring persons for the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival, armed and unarmed guards. All interested persons should contact L&R Security Office at 504-943-3191. Fill out an application at L&R's office at 3930 Old Gentilly Road. That's New Orleans, Louisiana. To become one of the proud workers of L&R Security, the minimum requirements are 18 years of age, a completed work application, and criminal background check, 2 forms of ID, whether it be a driver's license, a state ID, military ID, social security card, or other forms of picture ID. L&R Security is looking for qualified employees to assist in keeping the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival safe. They are looking for you. Again, contact them at 504-943-3191. 504-943-3191. L&R is always looking for armed and unarmed guards. If this is your profession, they're looking for you.
We need more police in all of our neighborhoods. That's why a yes vote for the public safety proposition is so important. It will raise the funds to hire and train more police officers. More police in our neighborhoods means safer neighborhoods and will reduce police response time to emergency calls for help. Vote yes and help our police and firemen protect and serve us. Vote yes on April 9th. Paid for by the New Orleans Firefighters Association, Local 632.
Do you know anyone with less than perfect credit? At KB Enterprises, they specialize in restoring your score. Learn how to increase your credit score with 100% satisfaction guarantee. A+ rating with the BBB, 10-year track record of removing negative items including repossessions, foreclosures, bankruptcies, tax liens, student loans, and more. Kenneth Barnes and his team at KB Enterprises are excited about helping you restore your credit and achieving your financial goals. Whether it's acquiring a home or purchasing a car, don't miss this opportunity to change your life forever. For more info, give them a call at 504-577-4139. Log on to www.kennethbarnes.org and be sure to tune into The Good Life on Money Mondays and get your financial tips for the week from Kenneth Barnes so you can live the good life too.
Gentilly Italian Pie is home to the $5 Family Happy Hour. Specials on pizza, wings, and drinks Tuesday through Thursday, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. Gentilly Italian Pie does fresh for the entire family. Salads, pizza, pasta, wings, and oven-baked sandwiches. Gentilly Italian Pie offers lunch and dinner in a new, modern atmosphere surrounded by big screen TVs. Dine in or carry out by calling 504-826-9180. That's 504-826-9180. Relax. Have a drink from the fully stocked bar or beer on tap while your order is made from the freshest ingredients. Gentilly Italian Pie, 4706 Paris Avenue, is home where everybody knows your name. So bring the family to Paris and Marabou for the $5 Family Happy Hour, Tuesday through Thursday, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. That's Gentilly Italian Pie. Dine in or carry out. 504-826-9180. That's 504-826-9180. You gotta try the pie. That's the original Italian pie, located at Paris and Marabou in Gentilly.
With more than 30 years of experience and dedication servicing New Orleans and Baton Rouge, Richards Disposal provides dependable, non-hazardous solid waste collection and disposal services to residential, commercial, and industrial customers. We also provide recycling and portable toilets. At Richards Disposal, we are known for our expertise and we're dedicated to our customers, all while utilizing the most advanced, environmentally friendly, and cost-effective methods possible. We strive to provide the latest solutions and technology to get the job done. At Richards Disposal, we appreciate our customers, one pickup at a time. Call us today at 504-241-2142. Richards Disposal, community focused, environmentally friendly.
Hi, this is Norman Robinson. New Orleans East Hospital is open and providing quality health care in your neighborhood. The New Orleans East Hospital is bringing our finest physicians into a beautiful new facility where you receive compassionate caring service. Emergency room services at New Orleans East Hospital are some of the best in the hospital is open and providing quality health care in your neighborhood. The New Orleans East region. To learn more, visit our website at noehospital.org. Your health matters to us at New Orleans East Hospital.
WBOK 1230 AM, the People's Station.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome back to The Good Life with me, Eileen. We are here on Money Monday, and we're here to open your mind. The Good Life radio show is brought to you by Morris Reed Jr. If you have been hit in a car accident or charged with a crime, find morrisreedjr.net online. Morris Reed Jr. Law Firm is a full-service law firm that fights vigorously to get you the money you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or you have been charged with a crime, make sure you go online right now at morrisreedjr.net. That is morrisreedjr.net. Let their highly experienced and qualified attorneys provide you with the expert legal help today. That's morrisreedjr.net, morrisreedjr.net. And you know what else is the good life? Having a job. So if you are looking for a job, make sure that you reach out to L&R Security because L&R Security is looking for you. L&R Security keeps our family and friends safe. And to do that job, they're looking for you. So they are now hiring persons, armed and unarmed guards. Anyone is interested should make sure they go online at lrsecurity.com, lrsecurity.com. Fill out an application. You know, all you need is to be 18 years of age, complete the work application, criminal background check, and 2 forms of ID. Whether it be a driver's license, state ID, military ID, social security card, or any other form of picture ID, L&R Security is looking for you. So that is our job of the day. Make sure you go to lnrsecurity.com, lrsecurity.com, because that is the good life. And so we're back on the show. We are here on Money Monday, and I have Kenneth Barnes of KB Enterprises on the line with me today. Good morning, Kenneth. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing great.
I should say, where in the world are you? Because I never know where you are. You're South Carolina, Vegas, New Orleans. Where in the world are you? Or should I ask?
In Atlanta, right?
You're in Atlanta. See, look, it was something I didn't even say today. Well, if you do not know, you know, Kenneth Barnes is all across the nation making sure that we are all financially secure and that, you know, he reaches out to people. So, Kenneth, if they want to reach out to you, how can they find you?
At 504-577-4139. That's 504-577-4139.
So, Kenneth, you know I like to talk about stuff that I'm going through, especially on Money Monday, because I figure if I'm going through it as a small business owner, then somebody out there is going through it as well. And so shout out to Burton in New York who's listening to me right now, because we're going to discuss the importance of having a website. We've talked before about, you know, your business having that social media presence, but having a website is so vitally important as well. And so I'm growing my website right now, so make sure y'all stay tuned. When I have my launch, my big launch, I'm going to, you know, invite everyone on so y'all can go out and check it out. It'll be really interactive. They'll have videos. They have all kind of stuff. You'll be able to check out the things that go on behind the scenes. It'll be fun. It'll be the good life. But having a website, you know, these days, almost any small business should have it. You know, with costs being extremely low at the entry level, it's becoming difficult to imagine any reason for a company of any size not to have a website. And, you know, you can kind of, you know, branch out a little bit if you want the Facebook to be your website, but we really should grow into the next level. You know, there are many user-friendly, free, and open-source content management systems that are available to assist with web design. And so it's even possible to build a basic small website, you know, without a professional web designer. You know, it really is as easy as like choosing a template, typing in your information, and, you know, opening your mind to living differently in the world. Because, you know, shout out to my sister Tara. She was like, the best business model is the business that's making money for you while you're sleeping, and your website does exactly that for you. Kenneth, how important is it, to open your mind and to like reach out and have a website?
It's so important because most people, they look for your website on your business card or your marketing. There was a gentleman that I wanted to do some research on that I thought would be a viable company, and I couldn't find him. I Googled him, I couldn't find him, couldn't find a website.
You're like, where you at?
Yeah, I couldn't find him. So I'm like, how big is this guy? If I can't find him.
I'm glad you said that, Kenneth. I'm glad you said that, Kenneth, because perception is reality, right?
Yeah.
And so you can be a home-based business sitting in your 200 feet at your house in the corner and have the most amazing website, and people think you're larger than you are. And so therefore they buy into it. And then you grow to be larger than you are because that's the image you created for yourself. And your website is basically your image. It's your brand. You're setting yourself apart from your competition. So you have to open your mind to living differently in the world and, taking that step to have a website. And when you do the website, it's really easy because once you do that, you can also get the, I don't even know the verbiage, but you can also get the email with your tag in there as well. So it'll be, Eileen at tglradioshow.com or whatever it may be. That's what I am. But what is your business? Kenneth is Kenneth at KB, Enterprises or, whatever. Here at WBOK, I'm Eileen at WBOK 1230 AM. What does your business say for you? What does your email say for you? Think about saying, ABC Bakery at gmail.com compared to owner at abcbakery.com. It sets a different stage and it sets a different level of business. So we want to open your mind if you're a small business owner. Some of them you can get for like, $1 a month. Really check them out because it's really so important. It's low cost advertising and it's going to give you the bang for your buck. Kenneth?
That's exactly right. So many companies that I study, websites, I'm impressed by websites. I can respect somebody's mind and what they're doing. And it says a lot on your website about what level are you playing on? I see some people with maybe a one-page template. That's not that impressive. So, getting with the right people because that's not my lane. But I got a good team around me that is phenomenal. I can tell them what my crazy thoughts are in my mind, rambling about it, and they take that and turn it into unbelievable situations. But that's what they're good at. They come up with the visual, the logos, and that's why you want to get with a professional. That's their part.
Absolutely.
I don't know the internet. I don't know social media like
I do.
SEO. But guess what? I'm glad they do, and I love that they do.
And visibility. It's so important to have the visibility of the website because increasing your visibility is the one major factor that makes having the website important. Even if people haven't heard about your company, they may want to carry out a research online. How many of y'all, before y'all go do something, y'all look it up online? I know I do. That's the first thing I do is I pull out my phone because we're not even using our laptops anymore. We're doing it all from the phone. So number one, having the website, but making sure that you have a mobile version is like of the utmost importance because, you'll get the mobile version and everything looks all sideways. Make sure you're going to do it correctly if you do it because it's your brand. It's who you are. It's the face of the company. So you want to make sure that you open your mind to do things the right way the first time because you don't want to have to go back and redo it. And the other big thing for me is the accessibility. Kenneth, I talked about this at the beginning, but the online presence and the accessibility of 24 hours a day, every day is what sets you apart. And because of this, your customers and potential customers can visit your site for support, for information about new and upcoming products or services or whenever it is convenient for them. So like say you have a construction company and you're like, I don't know why I should be, online or have a website, but you have a website, put everything that you do and then give pictures of your progress doing whatever you're building. If you're doing a road, show the progress. People like to see things. People like to see and touch and feel, like show a video of the progress. Whatever the situation may be, give a visual. Instagram is one of the largest platforms now. Why? Because people like to visualize. We're voyeurs. We're a voyeurism society. Open your mind, y'all. Let's get on these websites. Let's grow our business. And these are easy ways to do this. Kenneth?
You're absolutely right about that. And I was looking at the Forbes list on last night, and I'm looking at the list because I'm always looking at what industries are creating new billionaires.
Ooh, tell me.
What industries are losing billionaires and things like that. To kind of get an idea of what's really popping off. And majority of the billionaires that's on there, or Airbnb, Uber, Dropbox, those type of people that are in that social media, internet-based world. It's a lot of money out there, and they're making it with speed. Years ago, it used to be called brick and mortar, where a company, in order for you to go big and get a lot of revenue, you had to open up locations and have brick storefronts. And now it's click and mortar, where people are able to click their way to billions, and it's faster. You're going global, and you don't need a presence, physical location across the globe. The internet has done it for you. www was the best 3 letters.
Exactly. Exactly. You know, a website is the most important because it helps establish your credibility, y'all. Open your mind to living differently in the world. You know, the large businesses have their online presence. What does your online presence look like for you? We're going to open your mind. And when we get right back, we're going to give you the one thing, the one tool that can grow your business that so many of us are just flaking on. I don't know why. We're going to grow our small businesses right here and all of our business on The Good Life. It's Money Monday, y'all. We'll be right back. Security keeps our family, friends, and event goers safe. And to do that job, they are looking for you. L&R Security Services is now hiring persons for the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival, armed and unarmed guards. All interested persons should contact L&R Security Office at 504-943-3191. Fill out an application at L&R's office at 3930 Old Gentilly Road. That's New Orleans, Louisiana. To become one of the proud workers of L&R Security, the minimum requirements are 18 years of age, a completed work application, and criminal background check, 2 forms of ID, whether it be a driver's license, a state ID, military ID, social security card, or other forms of picture ID. L&R Security is looking for qualified employees to assist in keeping the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival safe. They are looking for you. Again, contact them at 504-943-3191. 504-943-3191. L&R is always looking for armed and unarmed guards. If this is your profession, they're looking for you.
We need more police in all of our neighborhoods. That's why a yes vote for the public safety proposition is so important. It will raise the funds to hire and train more police officers. More police in our neighborhoods means safer neighborhoods and will reduce police response time to emergency calls for help. Vote yes and help our police and firemen protect and serve us. Vote yes on April 9th. Paid for by the New Orleans Firefighters Association, Local 632.
Gentili Italian Pie is home to the $5 Family Happy Hour. Specials on pizza, wings, and drinks Tuesday through Thursday, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. Gentili Italian Pie does fresh for the entire family. Salads, pizza, pasta, wings, and oven-baked sandwiches. Gentili Italian Pie offers lunch and dinner in a new, modern atmosphere surrounded by big screen TVs. Dine in or carry out by calling 504-826-9180. That's 504-826-9180. Relax. Have a drink from the fully stocked bar or beer on tap while your order is made from the freshest ingredients. Gentili Italian Pie, 4706 Paris Avenue, is home where everybody knows your name. So bring the family to Paris and Marabout for the $5 Family Happy Hour, Tuesday through Thursday, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. That's Gentili Italian Pie. Dine in or carry out. 504-826-9180. That's 504-826-9180. You gotta try the pie. That's the original Italian pie, located at Paris and Mirabeau in Gentilly.
Hi, this is Norman Robinson. New Orleans East Hospital is open and providing quality health care in your neighborhood. The New Orleans East Hospital is bringing our finest physicians into a beautiful new facility where you receive compassionate caring service. Emergency room services at New Orleans East Hospital are some of the best in the region. To learn more, visit our website at noehospital.org. Your health matters to us at New Orleans East Hospital.
In Louisiana, springtime means festivals, cookouts, and fun in the sun. It also signals the beginning of termite swarming season. Nationwide, Louisiana is #1 in termite infestations and damage. Termite pressures causes more destruction than storms, fire, and floods. No standard homeowner's policy offers termite protection. At Rodent Guard Pest Control, we protect your home, place of business, school, or house of worship with a state-approved contract and warranty. Call us at 504-952-7378 for termite protection and elimination. We inspect your structure and surrounding property, offer a protection plan, and provide continuous termite monitoring and pest elimination. Enjoy the second line, knowing your prized investment is termite-free. Call Rodent Guard, 504-952-7378. For WBOK listeners, we offer a special discount opportunity if you mention promo code 952PEST.
WBOK 1230 AM, the People's Station.
Good morning, and welcome back to The Good Life with me, Eileen. We are here on Money Monday, and we're here to open your mind. Speaking of The Good Life is Thursday, April 21st, 11:30 a.m. at the Hyatt Regency. The New Orleans Regional Black Chamber of Commerce will be handling its 2016 annual meeting. Make sure you are there. We will be featuring Senator Karen Carter Peterson and State Representative Walt Leger. They will be discussing the budget crisis and how it affects our businesses. Y'all, you know, with the budget crisis and everything that's been going on, I can't even get it out because there's so much. You know, we had an April Fool's kind of increase with the taxes. If you weren't paying attention, you need to pay attention. State Senator Karen Carter Peterson and State Rep Walt Leger will be there on April 21st, 11:30 a.m. at the Hyatt Regency. Make sure you are there. It's the New Orleans Regional Black Chamber of Commerce. It's their 2016 annual meeting. If you want to register, you can go on norbchamber.org. That's norbchamber.org. If you can't remember all that, just type in New Orleans Regional Black Chamber of Commerce and it will bring you to the same site, norbchamber.org, because that is the good life. Y'all, we talk the talk. Let's walk the walk. We want to make sure we're there. We want to network. We want to grow our community. We want to create generational wealth, and we can't do it by ourselves. We have to all come together. That's the good life. I am back with Kenneth Barnes of KB Enterprises, and that is the good life. He delivers it all the time. And Kenneth.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know what the number one thing, or the number one way, or tool, I should say, that small businesses can use to grow their business?
The internet?
No. But yes, you can use that via this. You may use that for this. Nope. You want to get another guest, or you're out?
Referral?
Yes, but it's all veering into my one thing. Do you want to know?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you out of guesses?
Yeah, I think I'm out.
You're all out. Active listening.
That is really good.
Did you think that was going to be my answer? You thought it was going to be something that was like going to cost you a lot of money. Correct.
That's right.
Most people think to grow their business it's going to be something that costs a lot of money. Y'all, you need to listen to your clients. Many companies tend to focus too much on their products and their services, and they forget to listen to what their customers are telling them. And what does this inevitably do? It results in declining revenue and profit all day, every day. The goal of any business is to what, Kenneth?
To grow, gain market share.
There you go. Make money. See, I was being a little bit more simplistic. Make money. Show me the money, right? But the objective gets so much easier when we actually listen to what our customers are telling us and we understand their needs. Actively seeking their point of view, asking questions, conducting surveys, and getting really specific can save you a lot of time and a lot of money doing all the wrong things, bumping in the wall in the dark, and the answer is right in front of you because your customer is telling you, but you're just not listening. More often than not, in the course of a conversation, a customer will divulge information that is vital to your overall success. But are you listening? How do people talk themselves? I mean, people talk themselves in a corner so many times, right, Kenneth? We just sit there and you listen. Like, especially like say you're in a relationship or you're in an argument with somebody, right? What do? You're just quiet and they give you more information than you need. And you're like, oh, I'm going to put that in my back pocket and use that when I need an ace, right?
That's exactly right.
So why don't we use that same concept when we're trying to grow our businesses? Why don't we listen to our clients? How many of us send out employees or our business development person to go meet with our clients on a regular basis?
And so often, Eileen, that's one of the biggest things.
Hello?
And they always say one of the oldest quotes in sales and in business, they say you have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. You should listen more than you talk.
Exactly. Individuals and families are looking to fulfill basic human needs with products and services that will improve their lives every day. Businesses who win listen to their customers. So I suggest that business owners invite their employees to regular visit with their customers, regardless of all the other stuff that they have to do. With this collective knowledge, the entire company can be more informed and united in what it takes to attract, engage, and the most important, retain loyal customers. It is so much easy to retain loyal customers and then, what did you say, Kenneth? Referrals and that word of mouth. But that comes from retaining loyal customers. And that first step is listening to them. Because you took that extra effort. You went out of your way. That's what customers like. Think about what you like about your favorite place. You like that they take care of you. They listen to you. Let's just say
they make you feel special.
They make you feel special. Open your mind, y'all, to living differently in the world. We pay so much attention to our products and services, we forget about our customer. And Kenneth, when I was reading this, I was like, if this isn't like the most basic thing. And when you're listening to your customer and you're talking to them, ask them what they think about the competition.
Wow, that is good. That's really good. I'm about to write that down.
Right? Think about that. If you have a friend or a family member that uses your service, ask them what they think about your service. Customers have choices when buying a product. They seek options from trusted friends and family. Experienced shoppers explore what others are saying on social media. Hint, hint. Did we just talk about having a website? Did we just talk about being on social media? Your company's product may be just one of many options. We all benefit from listening to our customers' opinions and about their level of satisfaction with competing products. Find out what they are doing or find out why they're not using that product. And when they find out, oh, I don't like that product because of A, B, and C, make sure your company doesn't do A, B, and C. Make sure you're doing X, Y, and Z because you're a cut above. Right? I don't like, some people might not appreciate this. I don't like Krispy Kreme because they have entirely too much sugar on the donut. That's just me. I just can't take it's just too much. Now, some people love it. But, they may have somebody who makes a perfect donut that just puts the right amount of sugar on it, the right amount of glaze. But they're listening to their customers. So, open your mind to living differently in the world. Especially as a CEO or the head of the company, we think we know everything. And especially as a small business owner, we know what we do. If you have a plumbing company, you know plumbing very well. Kenneth, you are a financial advisor. Shoot, you could flip some money 10 times, money very well. But do you know marketing? Do you know accounting?
That's right. No, I'm not good at accounting at all.
So sometimes we need to listen. And last but not least, knowing your future customer needs. An ability to know or predict what the customer will need is critical. Who did this best? Kenneth, do you know who did this best?
Who's that?
Steve Jobs.
The beast. The biggest beast in business, especially in our generation.
What do you think about the Apple products?
It's amazing because I studied Steve Jobs, and his goal was to have every person in the world with his phone in their hand.
I'm sitting here reading off of it.
Unbelievable. And guess what? I can tell you right now, majority of people on the earth have his phone with that Apple in their hands, which is an amazing goal.
Exactly. He wasn't only incredibly effective at understanding what people want, but he was also innovating and providing a product that met the needs of customers didn't even know that they had. And that's when you're doing something. When you can meet the needs of customers and you don't even know that they don't even know that they have yet, That's when you're growing. That's when you're listening to them and you're like, oh, if they need this, well, guess what? The next step is this. So I'm going to go the extra yard and take care of all of this before they even ask me for it. That's when you're growing your business. That's when you're listening to your customers. And that's the good life. And that's when you're having those referrals and you're having that word of mouth and you're having those natural conversations and your business is growing. Your sales are increasing. You're sitting back, drinking a margarita or a hurricane. Whichever it may be. But, we have to open our minds. Jobs not only knew the current needs of the wants of people, but he also possessed the uncanny ability to foresee future wishes. So what can we learn from him? What are you doing? We shouldn't be comfortable with our current solutions. We need to look to the future and do our best to anticipate where we might take our customers with innovative solutions. So what are you doing today to create a new innovative solution for your customer? What are we doing? Well, I know for myself and for the radio show, y'all know what I talk about, I'm going through right here. I know a lot of people wanted more interaction. So I was like, I need to grow the website. I need to create more interaction. They wanted to know, y'all, I've had listeners, send me messages. They wanted to know the background of, myself and some of my co-hosts. I was like, you know what? Well, we're going to put that up for everybody. I'm going to make a comprehensive website where if you have a question, you can ask it. And I'm going to respond to you. If you have a question about one of our hosts, you want to know their background or, what they do, that'll be there as well. You can listen to, past shows. You can do all kind of stuff. But it's listening to my audience, and that's how I'm able to respond. And so I'm going to have some other things out there that I can't tell you about because I'm anticipating what you want. And hopefully we'll be able to work together. When's the last time you had a poll? Do y'all have a list of your email addresses of all of your clients? Do you send out a poll? Well, how is my service? What can we do to make our customer service better? What can we do to take that extra step for you? What do you need? Kenneth?
That's huge right there. So important because every business, any business that's planning on growing, wants to know not only what their customers want, also what's going on in the world. For example, growing up, Burger King was the bomb. You never thought Burger King or McDonald's would ever have financial trouble or a problem with gaining clients and market share. But as you look at today's market, most Burger Kings are something else or knocked down. And McDonald's, of course, has had their challenges as well. And so they've tried different strategies aggressively over the last 12 months. But you have to know what's going on in the marketplace because things change. For example, a person that maybe was in the payphone business, where are they today? The person that was in the beeper business, where are they today? If you didn't keep up and understand what's going on in the marketplace, you'll get left behind because things can change quickly.
Absolutely. And what did McDonald's do? They listened to their customers because there's nothing like rolling through McDonald's and you see them flipping the sign and you're like, I wanted a big sausage biscuit. Right. Everybody out there has been in that moment where it flipped to lunch and you're like, are you serious? It's like 10:30 or whatever it was. But now what do? They have breakfast all day. They listened to their customers and they said that has been one of their biggest turnarounds by having breakfast all day.
That's right.
They listened and they were able to, open their mind to living differently in the world and they changed, where their business was going. So what are you going to do? It's Monday. What are you going to do today to open your mind to living differently in the world? You can keep banging your head on the wall, but if it's not working, it's not working. Listen to your clients, and not just listen to your clients, listen to your employees. How many of us do not listen to the people who are working with us? Kenneth? Crickets.
So often.
Crickets.
And your employees, your customers,
Crickets.
And also just doing self-evaluations. You got to be honest with yourself and say, you know what? I learned this from Mark Cuban. If I wanted to compete with my company, what would be the two areas I would attack them in? Because that'll help you self-evaluate where your weaknesses are so you can strengthen them up real quick.
So if I had to compete with my company, what are the two ways that I would attack them? Yeah. Kenneth, I think you just set us off for today. That's our question of the day. That's our Money Monday question, our Money Monday question. And I'm going to put it on Facebook, and I'm going to see what the responses are. If you had to compete with your own business, what are the two ways you would attack it? Kenneth, you want to give us yours? No, don't tell us. I can't be giving them all the free information. But y'all, this is Money Monday. We really want to open your mind to living differently in the world. That's what it's all about. It's about doing something different to create a different result. What's the definition of insanity, Kenneth?
Keep doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result.
when we want to grow generational wealth, we want to open your mind to living differently in the world. We want to create wealth for our children and our children's children. That's what it's all about. Open your mind to living differently in the world. We talked about voting today. We talked about, making sure you have a social media presence. Make sure you get that website. Make yourself seem bigger than you are. And make sure you listen to your customers' needs, and not just your customers, your employees as well, because that's a good life. Make sure you stay tuned tomorrow for Relationship Tuesday, and I'm out.